Hello, everyone. This is JB, and I'm in Lowell, North Carolina right now. I like to say Lowell, but it's called Lowell. And the reason I'm here is to visit the Charlotte area. And last night, I arrived at the airport, and then as soon as I could, I took an Uber over to see my grandmother, my dad's mom. And I had planned to come about a month ago. I made my plans, bought a ticket, and then I was going to contact her and let her know that I was coming so that we could schedule a time to meet. Even though she has an open schedule, she hasn't done anything at all of any kind in like 25 years. But, I mean, literally nothing except watch HBO and Cinemax. So I was going to make a schedule with her so I could come see her. And I've had trouble getting a hold of her because my aunt um, decided to not let anyone in our family talk to her for some reason. And but what happened was that when I was trying to reach her, I learned that my grandmother is actually selling her home that she's lived in since 1963, and that she is planning to move to the mountains. It's a place called Hendersonville. It's like south of Asheville, western North Carolina. And this came out of nowhere because she'd always said that she was going to die in that house. She was never going to sell, no matter how much anyone offered her or anything like that. But all of a sudden now that she's in her late 80s, and according to people in our family, she's losing her faculties, all of a sudden now she's moving. Which is odd because, like I said, my aunt is exerting influence on her and isolating her from the rest of our family. So I want to see my grandmother because she always told me, "You're one of the most special people to me. You're my favorite grandkid," things like this. And I don't think you should have favorite grandkids or anything, but that's what she said. And so it was important for me to see her because my family history has always been important to me. My family has always been important to me. Knowing my family, keeping my family connected, and then knowing my history. Because history gives us a sense of who we are. It helps us understand our current situation. And so I wanted to see her, talk to her, because this is going to be my last trip to North Carolina ever, likely. You never say never, but this is going to be my last trip. So I wanted to see her because, an 87 or 87 or 88-year-old woman doesn't have much time left. Even if she lives to be 108, she's only got 20 years. And she's not going to live to be 108, I promise you that. But, so her time is limited. And really, all of our time is limited. So, I mean, I don't even know that I will live to see tomorrow. And nobody does. So, it was important to me to see her while I could. But I got to her house last night. I knocked on the door. And she said, "Hello, who is it?" And I said, "It's Jarrett Brown." And she said, "Nothing," for about 4 minutes. And then she came back to the door, and I could hear her moving around. And I knocked on the door again, and she said, "Jarrett, I'm in the shower." "I'm in the shower. You have to come back some other time." And I said, "Grandma, I came a long way. I just paid a lot of money to come from the airport in an Uber, and I need to see you. Just poke your head out the door. I want to see your face. I want to tell you something, and that'll be it, and I'll leave." And she said, "I'm naked." And that was a visual. But I said, "Grandma, you're not in the shower because you're in the kitchen. And you were in the kitchen when I got to the door." She said, "I am in the shower." And so I didn't say anything more after that. I felt like I was going to get upset, but I didn't. Or I didn't feel like I was going to get upset. I thought I would have in that situation gotten upset, but I didn't. I just walked into the backyard, down to the creek, and thought about my grandfather, who he and I used to work a lot in the backyard, and clearing the brush in the creek, making all sorts of things in his basement shop downstairs. I used to cut the grass there. I did a lot of things. There used to be some trees there. There's one still, but there used to be another. I used to climb on a little bit, and it used to have a birdhouse that I made. So I was just, thinking about all those different memories. I used to ride a go-kart that didn't have a motor down the driveway. Before there even was a driveway, my grandfather used to pay me different amounts, but like 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks to fill up a not a trash bag, but a grocery bag, like a Food Line bag, with cigarette butts. Imagine how many cigarette butts that is. A lot. But I used to go and pick up all his cigarette butts and put them in a bag, and he would give me money. And so I was thinking about all those different things that have happened, or that did happen when I was a kid. And I spent a little time there, and then I had to go. I had something else I had to do. And so I went and met my friend, and then me and him came to Gastonia. He lives in Lowell, so we came to Gastonia. We went to a restaurant called Ray's Country Kitchen. We had hamburger steak, which was good. And it's an independent type restaurant, like a Greasy Spoon type place. I like those kinds rather than fast food like a Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, something like that. So we had a good night. And then I had been up for more than a day, so I had a good sleep. And then this morning I went and got something to eat. And I've been working, doing schoolwork and doing my teaching assistant work. I'm a grad student, and I help teach some classes, or a class. And so, I just wanted to make this video to kind of talk about that whole situation, how disappointing it was to me that, I had put so much effort into seeing my grandmother because she's my family member and she's my last living relative. And the fact that I didn't get to see her, and I might not get to see her, I probably won't based on what I've seen. I think what's really going on, first there's the isolation that I mentioned with my aunt isolating her. And then there's the fact that she's 87 years old and that, there may be some dementia issues. There's always been some mental health issues. Don't exactly know all the details, but definitely some mental health issues. I know that she had postpartum depression after she had my aunt in the 70s. I know that she became a hoarder after my granddad died in 2001, and that she has basically, like I said, done nothing other than watch HBO and Cinemax for 25 years. Literally sitting in her chair for 25 years. Barely eats, doesn't go out to take a walk, doesn't have a church, not in any social groups, doesn't have any hobbies, doesn't go to sporting events, doesn't do anything. She can't drive anymore. She didn't drive much even when she could drive because she didn't want to go anywhere. She lost her license a long time ago, or not lost it, but she didn't renew it, and then she kept driving anyway. But she's lucky she didn't hurt anybody or get hurt herself, but she probably wasn't in any condition to be driving. But the whole situation is sad because, as I am getting older, there are fewer and fewer people who were a part of my life as a child and as a teenager and as a younger man that are here now. they're just passing away one right after the other. And so while the people that are here, I want to see them, and it sucks that I didn't get to. So I might or might not try again, but I don't have a whole lot of hope that she's suddenly gonna, you know, see the light and realize the importance of seeing me. But anyway, thank you for listening. Bye.